Hi guys, Sandra here from Creating in Spain. Today's video is just a quick tip one. Have you ever wanted to put some domed embellishments on your cards but thought, I just haven't got the time to wait for it to dry? Okay, if you are someone who has any UV nail products, you can use those instead. Now, in this particular case, I took some paper. The green ones are paper, which was a decorative paper that I'd made, had a bit of sparkle in it. And I thought that would make really nice embellishments, but I didn't want it to be completely flat. So all I did was I used some of this stuff. Now this is a UV soak-off builder gel, and it's a clear colour, this one. It has the consistency of a, shall I say, honey. Yeah, I think honey is probably about right. It is pretty much self-leveling when you use it. The advantage of this, of course, is that you set it under a UV lamp. If you've got this, you must have a UV lamp because otherwise you wouldn't have this. And if you've already got a UV lamp for making stamps, for example, then get yourself some of this stuff because that will have other uses for you. Now you can get it in all sorts of brands, all sorts of places. I got this off of AliExpress and it was pretty cheap. There is only ½ ounce in there, but that would last you quite a long time unless you're doing an awful lot of embellishments. So what you do is you cut out your shapes, whatever it is you're going to use, and use a tiny amount of glue to stick them onto a piece of paper. And the reason you do that is because you want them to stay put while you're painting them with whatever it is that you're going to use. Now if you use this stuff, it will dome quite nicely, but what it will do is it will leave a tacky layer on top of the gel. Now some gels have a tacky layer and some gels don't, and the same goes for UV nail polishes. Some have tacky layers and some are non-tacky layers, and usually when they're sold online, for example, they will say if they are tack free, they will say so. So what you do is you get yourself a little alcohol and a piece of tissue, damp it with the alcohol, and all you do is you wipe over it and the tacky layer will come off. Now depending on the product used, it will either be very glossy or maybe it won't be very glossy. Some of them are glossy when they're dried and some are not. If it isn't, and you have a glossy top coat, then you can just apply a tiny amount of that to make it super shiny. Or you can do a whole page of these things. You can take them outside and use a standard spray varnish to give them a bit of gloss. Don't use a normal nail polish over the top because it will take forever to dry and it will defeat the object. Now the other thing that you can use is this type of thing. Now this one isn't suitable. This is a Savaland polygel for nail building, and this gel is very, very, very stiff. But if, for example, you're one of those people who bought a Venalisa polygel and you found it too liquidy to use for your nails, then that is suitable. It will have the same sort of consistency as this stuff. And I've decanted some into a small pot here. And if I stick a brush in, you can probably, let's get it into the camera, you can probably see it's liquidy sort of consistency. It pulls up a string when you dip the brush in and then the string breaks. Okay, so that is perfectly suitable. But as I pointed out, it may not have a very high gloss. But you can add a bit of gloss after that if you need to. To clean up, you just use the alcohol again. Squeeze your brush in the alcohol and just wipe in a tissue. If you're going to do anything of any size, a brush like this is quite good. These bristles are actually cut to a point. If you can see that. The camera going out of focus. They're actually cut to a point, so the bristles on the outside edge are shorter than the ones at the very top there. It's a nylon brush, it's stiff, And that is what you need. You don't want a soft brush to do this, you want a stiff brush. And you literally dip into the gel straight down and lift up. And then you can dab it on. This stuff is pretty much self-leveling. So if you've got some spare time, you can make your gems and your embellishments, in any way you like. But if you want to get your card posted out the same day or the same morning or even within the next 5 minutes, this will give you the ability to do that and still add your embellishments. Take care now. Bye bye.